Okay. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good night. Good morning. To some of you, according to your location on the face of this planet Earth. We welcome you all to this very live broadcast right here from our homeland Radio Biafra studio. Right from our homeland Radio Biafra, direct here in Biafra land, anchored by me, Masterplan, the fearless Ipob evangelist. I am from Ndiabo. Ndiabo is in Aninri. Aninri is a local government in Ojeba province, Biafra land. I am a homeland broadcaster under Ipob. We move. Thank you for joining us. Today we are going to handle a very serious topic. Very, very important that you join us now. Good morning. A very serious topic. The topic that people have been dancing on ignorantly. We are going to open their eyes on the things they don't know. We are going to clear them on their ignorance. To know on their ignorance towards the very legitimacy of an awaiting trial and the illegitimacy of a convict, even a day convict. Do you understand? In this very program, they are going to know that if an awaiting trial loses his life, his or her life in awaiting trial in prison yard, that the family members still have the right to come and carry their own lost body. Right? So, but if a convict loses his life in detention or her life, the corpses belongs to the government. You don't have access to that. So after this program, you will know the legitimacy of the power of awaiting trial and a convict. Convict has no power. That's why when some people come to us and say that somebody with a status of convict, what I do not mean here is that Nnamdi Kanu was rightfully convicted. I continue to stand on my, maintain my stand that Nigeria has no ground to try Nnamdi Kanu based on the way of his arrest. So I have made these points. That's why I am against his trial. Right? I have made these points not less than 400 videos. So I maintain that Nigeria lacks the legitimacy to try him based on the nature of his arrest. The attack in his home was illegal. Another one was that, another one. Disobedient to court order. Others, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, it's about 8. Not all on fundamental human rights, no. On discharge, right? We have these topics, we know it. But what I am saying is the avoidable statue that Nigerian state gave to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This very statue of convict is avoidable. We have avoided it. We have avoided it. They insisted. Avoidable is a statue we avoided, keeping him in detention for 15 years. That is their business. But with the statue of convict, then something is somehow very, very wrong. Not just convict on just decision, they said on terrorism. Though a freedom fighter, right? But he was lured into giving government evidences to use against him. He was lured by those closer to him, because government believed that when you are in detention, middlemen will come in. When middlemen come in, what is middlemen? Lawyers, siblings, family members, friends, those that you use to send message. They may not deliver it the way you want or the way you message it. They may even send it to the enemy before delivering it. And again is that the one they receive to come and give to you, they may even manipulate your message. That is middleman. That's the reason why you are in detention. You cannot have a secret. So we continue. This is Homeland Radio Biafra, established in 2022. February, right? Early February. The Twitter account was created in July, and we also have Homeland Biafra TV. These things was done at the same time. That is my philosophy. You don't need to go to school for this. Man was created for this. Thank you. Share it very, very wide. We are going to teach some people some things. Those that used to sing some songs, you know, composed by siblings and their co-beneficiaries of our sacrifices and our stakes, right? So their song is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in detention. Some of them don't even know the period, but we still remind them. It was in 2016. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in detention in 2016, dissolved DOS, and appointed Mazi Chike Dozim and the Mazi Chinasa Nworu and Co. This is wrong language. Do you understand? It's a very serious wrong language. So we want to, in this program, you will know the legitimacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as an awaiting trial in 2016. You will also know that there was a deputy that automatically represents the leader. Then, right? Then you will now know that there is no deputy in 2026. You will now know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not an awaiting trial while he say he dissolved. So you know the statute. Right? From awaiting trial made to convict. We are talking about a statute, right? Not that he is supposed to be convicted. We talk about a statute given to him. Avoidable statute established by his lawyers. This very statute of convict have been avoided by IPOB. So his lawyers established it, and the smartness, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in his own smartness, established the statute of convict. Right? So everything is in play. What we are here to clear to you is what you don't know. And you must understand this. Very, very important. Very, very important. If we go to Biafra before IPOB Abia, right? For your information. Before I give us, hey, he gave you voice. I had, before my join, my gedo, no radio Biafra, and they want to go my message about Biafra, na their phone, in a waiting trial. Right? So people are, my father has a na village, drum, otuhageshi, mahaga join, mahakwesireba form, ka akwọ hụ as Biafran soldiers. Ano na echem ka nlọta sị ka ajụọ m It was 2003 or 2000 and what, right? Onye jigo ụgwọ for 50 something years or 30 something years then. It was like that something years then, right? Yes. Gịnị ya lụrụ ọgụ, unu alụcha ọgụ ya bịa jide gị ụgwọ. Ọ dị ka ego ole ka o ji gị. So iche ka ego ole o ji gị, ị mara ma ị ga-agbanwe the form, mara ma ị ga-enwe balance. Awa abịa sị ịgba form na-eji gị ụgwọ na Nigeria gị na ha lụrụ ọgụ ji gị ụgwọ. So asị nga agbara form, but mee jigodu ego ole ka a chọrọ ịkwụ gị before you nyewe ha ego form, because no ọgụ ka unu lụrụ. Do you understand? So onye ọgwụ gị na ya lụcha ọgụ, ọ nọ some years ọ bịa kwụọ gị ụgwọ. Why na the rehabilitation, reconstruction and reconciliation onwe nke ha mere? Do you understand? Ha katiri checking point na ala unu niile, na-arụkwumo police station, na-agwaghị gị bịa ka ọ kwụọ gị ụgwọ. So after m gbachara ihe onye ọbụla marazi ihe ọ ga-eme, ndị niile ngere ntị ghọta ihe m na-ekwu na-agbaghị the form mechara ṅụwa ọṅụ because ego ndị nke ọzọ lara. So we continue. I've been preaching Biafra, preaching Biafra, ejide m gbaga m police station. Oh, my father bịara mgbe ahụ enwebụ IPOB, then ahapụgo m ma sub then. So for your information ka ịghọta na o teela anyị, amụrụ anyị na the thing, amụrụ anyị na the thing, right? Thank you. Thank you. Just share the program. We continue. So now, they said Nnamdi Kanu was in Kuje prison and dissolved DOS. It is a lie. There is difference between reshuffle and dissolving. Reshuffle and dissolving. In 2016, there was a dissolving, there was reshuffle. Reshuffle means that those in DOS, many of them still remain, but was moved from office to office. Then few of them was removed. And this argument was done by DOS members, not lawyer and sibling. And the Nnamdi Kanu, no. The matter started among DOS members who saw what these people were intended to do. So the DOS members countered them. Not Nnamdi Kanu. The DOS members countered Asebu and co. So DOS members was there, right? They were there. They took the matter from there to deputy, from deputy to Nnamdi Kanu. So automatically, deputy was representing Nnamdi Kanu. So there was the presence of Nnamdi Kanu in 2016 through the deputy. As ministers always represent the president. As commissioners always represent the governor. Rightfully now, in 2016, nobody represented Nnamdi Kanu. Nobody scrutinized appointments. Nobody investigated. Nobody knows who nominated. These things are always in the record of IPOB. Now, in the appointment and removal of IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, the office of leader then, does not issue memo. It means he does not remove, he does not appoint. He only announces. Legally, the person that remove you, or the office that remove you, or body that remove you, is the body or office or person or that issued the memo. Not just that, there is a difference from secretary signing a memo from the office of the leader, and there is a difference from secretary signing a memo on the area of secretary. It is different from body of decision issuing a memo, Directorate of State issuing a memo of removal and appointment, and the head of the Directorate of State signs it. If you go to court, you cannot accuse Nnamdi Kanu of removing or appointing, because you can never bring a document where he appeared in your removal or in your appointment. There's no document Masterplan has appeared in anybody's removal or appointment, both abolishment of the office of deputy leader, both removal of deputy leader. There is no documents where the office of the leader appeared as the documents of the removal or abolishment. Show me one. It always comes from the Directorate of State. Appointment, Directorate of State. Removal, Directorate of State. So Director of Radio Biafra and the leader knows what to do with it on announcement. But that removal and appointment goes through this very body of DOS. They will scrutinize you, investigate. Masterplan does not decide and wake up and appoint. There are processes of appointment. So how come with the image and statue of awaiting trial? Masterplan was an awaiting trial, not a convict in 2016. The legitimacy was there. The legitimacy was there. Right? There is a difference from somebody appointed by a convict. Statue of a convict. How do you come? That's why they told you they wrote 72 countries. It has no meaning. I told you that anybody can accept, any office can accept a letter. You have no statute to write to international community. If you have, then what is the achievement of jailing? Why is the government pushed to jail? They want to tarnish your image. They want to change your statute. I have preached this for years. I said they want to change the statute. So IPOB is preparing a statute of counter. Statute of no criminality. That's what DOS prepared. I said we are preparing this very statute of no criminality, no violence. We are cutting off autopilot and co because Nigeria can wake up in the morning and change the statute of Nnamdi Kanu. Those following me knows I have said this. I said, what will you use to counter him? Counter them. If they change the statute, you can only use the genuine statute of IPOB, saved by DOS. But Masterplan himself was engineering for us to join with autopilot, which is to say, if he's convicted, there will be no counter to his conviction. And everybody will accept his conviction. But the DOS secured a statute that even people begin to say there was injustice in the conviction of Masterplan because the activities of Simon and his gang was cut off. If it was fully attached to IPOB, nobody would say Nigeria carry on injustice. So the very injustice language is an achievement of DOS because the statute that the lawyer brought was the statute of autopilot. That very statute was presented in court against Masterplan, and the statute of DOS was not presented in court because it cannot be used to prosecute terrorism charges. There's no IPOB activity or order of DKDOSM, MASIKDOSM, or any member of DOS or IPOB members broadcast that can be used against Nnamdi Kanu under the command of MASIKDOSM from 2021 to even 2026. Show me one single thing, both in the court proceedings, there is nothing brought out from the activities of IPOB, but they brought in Simon activities. So now you understand. The statute that counters the judgment of Omotosho is the statute of IPOB because already the statute of Masterplan have been changed to convict. It is changed through a mistake or mistakes by lawyers and Masterplan. That is what you are playing in draft. It is draft. A single mistake, they chop you 5. Ibidomali welu. You blame where somebody say no shake it out. Now why you kwa ukwara? Now you go to game. If you did not set that game in that position, mado kwa hodo ukwara. Somebody will get bully game. Draft. Bully CD draft. Jump wo. Gather way back up on our digging. So now what else for now draft owner give away create to go the space. Open now is creating his space. Abago daspo. Onwe ponya nshiri gi 5. Do you understand? So na atụrụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu nga mistake ọ game akụrụ akụ ekụjọ ọbanye na post mgbe anyị na-etiri asị ya na ejimaka ha na-agbakwa shot si gị na back pass. Ndị a na-agbakwa shot na post anyị na-asị na back pass. Anyị kanta ha sị na Nnamdi Kanu lawyer anakwa agbaba pass with shot gbaa ya angle n'ishiba anakwa agbaba pass like that. Ihe ejimaka ha na-agbakwa dangerous back pass. Ha chọrọ ịgba back pass, ha chọrọ inye goal on goal. Ana agwa nna ya one azakwa Nnamdi Kanu lawyer Nnamdi Kanu lawyer agwa na ndị a ga-agbakwa bọọlụ na post. Ndị a ga-agbakwa bọọlụ na post. Oche na-egwuregwu ma na-agwa mmadụ ọ ga-aghọta ihe a na-ekwu something anyị mara anya ama m anya kesi godu agaghị m awetita ada iberibe meta nwụrụ DPP awume anọ m na-ebe akwa ana m enye ndị mmadụ nri ana m eke ego na wetin trial m mechara kwụọ ụgwọ ebe m nọ. Do you understand? Ana m eyuzu ihe a ekwentị phone anyị na-akpa ya say pass. I watched Nations Cup 2013 nke Keshidu Nigeria ga eji m DSTV phone. I'm gonna use BlackBerry. Right? 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013. Ana m enye order ezipụta ihe azụta ihe azụtacha ihe buru gaa lele ndị aka ji eji nọ na ụlọ ọgwụ n'Enugu Maximum Prison gaa jụọ ese. Ana m emechi beans. Ana m akpọ ndị yard virus ha nye ndị sel a mmiri. Do you understand? For your information, ọkwa ego for your information ọkwa abịa sị ana eme aga case ndị mana anyị na sign na bell 20,000 ka aka m ruru 20, 30, 10 isi ebe a pụọ hapụ na anam ego every day anam ofe anam anything ị nọrọ onwe gị right. So o teela amadu kụwara mkpụrụ ọma. So we continue. 2016, there was no dissolving of DOS. There was reshuffle. You don't dissolve, you resolve. The reshuffle there is that there was a deputy, and there was Magic Edozim, who was the then secretary of DOS. He was lifted to Directorate of State. So Mazo Former was there. He remained media head. Some other of them was there. They are the people who challenged the authority of DOS in joint with the deputy. So the deputy was representing the leader. Now in the code of conduct, there is deputy. But presently there is no deputy. But in the code of conduct, there is deputy. That is to say, something is missing. Now, how do Maazị Nnamdi Kanu communicate? How does he decide alone? Because in 2016, there was deputy. So the deputy was presently representing him. So who represented him in 2016? And this discussion was in the knowledge of DOS members. So whose DOS members did he discuss this one with? He discussed with lawyer and siblings. With the status of what? Convict. Completely nullified. Nullified. 2016, he was an awaiting trial mate. That's why his 72 country letter was not responded to, but was received. Hence, you are a convict in Nigeria. Your wife will resign as a government worker. Talk more of somebody that is a convict under government achievement. That is federal government achievement. One of their achievements in life. Since they have been running Nigeria. One of their achievements. Through mistake of Maazị Nnamdi Kanu and his lawyers and siblings. Nigeria achieved something. Jailing Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. The lawyer now Malelu sim na ha appeal. As if nigga file one appeal get anything to do in the court of appeal. Appeal is to federal government, not just federal government, the president. the president will give conditions. The conditions have been given to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and some was given to lawyers. Some was given to politicians, what they will play. Hence, you come to them, they give you assignment. So many people are under assignment by federal government. You want your name to show up that you participated in those that released Nnamdi Kanu. You say yes. I say you look at what you'll be doing. The lawyers, you want to take the glory of freeing your client. Yes. Look at what you will do. Destroy DOS. Appoint our own nominees for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I mean, nominate our own nominees for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to appoint. These are conditions. Another one is shut down Radio Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shut it down through his order, but DOS refused to shut it down. To Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Radio Biafra had been shut down. He gave the order, shut down Radio Biafra and open Biafra Radio. Machike Dosiem and DOS said no. So, on the normal circumstances, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have shut down Radio Biafra, but DOS said no, Radio Biafra must stay. So the Biafra Radio was open 2023 when DOS refused to shut it down and opened his own order. So this was the first step of condition, because the main condition is that Radio Biafra cannot be alive and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot be released. That's why you can see them opening new one, because when they talk about password is to shut it down. When they gave Simon Ekpa slot, it is to get the password and shut it down. Not for the existence of Radio Biafra. They never want. It is one of the conditions of federal government, even under Buhari government. The condition have been there, unnegotiable. Shutting down Radio Biafra is an unnegotiable condition to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and their team. Unnegotiable condition. Once the first step is to shut down Radio Biafra. And look at Radio Biafra. Nigeria celebrated the shutting down 2015. On exist as an release in Nnamdi Kanu. First step. ESN aga existence. It release them as Nnamdi Kanu. India na gwage powerful conditions. One who no awaiting trial. So you cannot challenge Nigerian government and say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is overstaying. But under awaiting trial, he's overstaying. Do you understand what I was shouting? Mna useji mako. Lekwe Mazi Nnamdi Kanu no kwa sine die. The case no sine die. Sine die will know date of court after Supreme Court judgment. Una agala for date of court. Happen case ya. Onwe hala date of court na warrant ya bam. Every international community message to Nigeria will be quenched. How? Nigeria will tell them that he is standing trial. Hence your warrant have date of court. No appeal, no release will carry you unless Attorney General decide to destroy all the charges. Only Attorney General, not even the President. Only Attorney. Either Federation or Attorney General of the state, according to the level of the state. State case, federal case. Leave it, sine die. Let us argue on discharged and acquitted. Leave it, sine die. Sine die. No date of court. I said, I got trial, he must stand trial. See, immediately in with the date of court, bam. Every call from international community is quenched. How? Even judges does not release somebody that have date of court. Because a judge is already listening to your case. But those without date of court that have overstays, release will carry them. I explained to Ejimako how much I want my stand the trial. Happen to case say I seen a die, no date of court, Kaidawa decided and acquitted. Kajo Hagenijia. No simba. He can have trial, and when not waiting trial. Release a beg when somebody has somebody in record, hierarchy, order. Otinyaham na release bia signal of release bia from governor. Otinyaham abanswaya ono go do trial already. Ndi trial nebu, ndi appeal nebu, or board of mercy nebu, ndi name date of court. Do you understand? Thank you. So, so we continue. I believe our people can. Let me check something here. Let me check something here. Please, let me come. Just some minutes. Give me some minutes.
The price. Now listen to our lawyer, man.
You people are saying Onion don't travel to Kenya in such a pleasure. No, he didn't.
What is happening?
He shared the story with me, and I'm sure he shared with some members of the legal team present here tonight. Onion traveled to Kenya in search of safe haven. They made his stay in the UK so much comfortable. The United Kingdom's security and intelligence services working in cahoots with Nigerian intelligence services made his stay in the UK very unsafe. In fact, as he related to me, and is a very credible man, on one occasion his brother, being Pastor Kanu, had to come from Germany to rescue him, and they traveled incognito outside United Kingdom. I cannot begin to relate to you the full details, but what happened to him was sufficient for a man to feel unsafe in continental Europe. And he was afraid the same thing would happen if he had vamoosed to North America, Canada, US, and whatnot. So his first protocol was Ethiopia. I'm going to tell you all these things because they are not harmful anymore. These stories couldn't have been told, at the beginning, but now we can tell them safely. It got to a point that the president of Ethiopia had to tell him.
Let us move. I am back. I'm back. Let us move with the analysis. Now, the same DOS that Nnamdi Kanu appointed when he was in detention in Kuje is the same people he removed, he dissolved now. They refuse to go out. What is happening to them? The first question is, what was the status of Nnamdi Kanu in 2016? And what is his status in 2026? In 2016, he was an awaiting trial. In 2026, he is a convict. Another one. In 2016, there was deputy. In 2026, there is no deputy. Do you understand? In 2015, 2016, there was no counter IPOB. As Nnamdi Kanu created Simon Ebirima. Avengers was not countering IPOB. So, in 2021, 22, 20, Nnamdi Kanu created autopilot against IPOB leadership. The challenges of IPOB in 2015, 2016 was attack by Nigerian army. The challenges of IPOB in 2021, 2022, 2023 was challenges and attacks by the creation of Nnamdi Kanu, autopilot of Simon Ebirima. I want you to be comparing the two. In 2015, 2016, Nnamdi Kanu did not create counter from detention. But in 2021, 2020, Nnamdi Kanu created counter. So what was the reason of creating counter? Autopilot Simon Ebirima. What was the reason? Avengers was doing their own. There was no counter to IPOB. And the period Nnamdi Kanu stayed was a year and 6 months. So many things happened in these 5 years. that Nnamdi Kanu, so many others of Nnamdi Kanu, was contrary to what IPOB believes in. That the leadership said, we are waiting for him to be out. Let us ask him face to face. He never even want to wait. He started acting with the statue of convict. That you know that even the leadership can challenge. They can challenge it. They know what they are passing with that very statue. When they go to international community, they know what they pass through. With the statue of Nnamdi Kanu, they may be telling you, it was not accepted. It was accepted by international community. The issue is, was it justice? No, it was injustice because he was kidnapped from Kenya. But is the statue welcomed by international community? Yes. So when we talk about statue, does not mean that we validate the conviction. No. But the statue is there already. The statue of 2016 was statue of an awaiting trial who have right. Awaiting trial, if an awaiting trial loses his or her life in detention, the family have to come and take the dead body. But to a convict, the body belongs to government. A convict, even a day convict, the body belongs to government. But an awaiting trial, the body belongs to the family. They have to go and clear it. So compare the two statues. Then again, DOS was not dissolved in 2016. It was reshuffled. So how can you dissolve a body? If you dissolve a body without people standing by, standing inside the body, then you have dissolved the organization. You don't dissolve the body of decision. What happened in 2016 was reshuffled. Because those in the leadership remained there. Few people was removed. Some was promoted. Masterplan was promoted from secretary. Masterplan remained head of media. Right? So it was reshuffled. So when you remove few people, there was deputy. That is to say, the body is there to sign the memo. The body is there to issue memo. But this one, Mazam can say he dissolved. There is no other body to issue memo. Only him, which is contrary to IPOB operational modus, that is IPOB modus operandi. You don't do it. Directorate of State must issue memo. In 2016, memo came from Directorate of State because there was Directorate of State. It was not dissolved. It was reshuffled. Dissolving and reshuffle is different. I on n'eluigwe ya me anyị nọcha ebe a. Anyị nọcha ebe a. Do you understand? Today on practice ihe sere Chineke na ekwensu. Hey, otu ndị mmadụ si echa nnọọ ekwensu onwebeghị gịnị ya mekọrọ. Ịnụkwara case ekwensu no case ya very clear. Instead of gị nwee isi Chineke, why? Because Moses jụrụ ajụjụ. Isi why kwano? Because aghọgburu ekwensu na angel ndị ọzọ. Aghọgburu ha. Genesis chapter 2 verse 26. Come, let us make man in our own image. Otamazam Kanu say, come, let us fight and get Biafra. He did not say, let me. When he know he is strong, he can do it. God did not say, let me create man. He called for a meeting in heaven. God who can create. He created the angels in heaven. He cannot create man. He called for a meeting. Let us make man in our own image. He brought to get the ideas of other angels. He got their ideas. He captured it. He moved on to verse 28 and said, and God created man in his own image. What was the reason of the meeting he called? What was the reason for people to gather and bring ideas? They brought ideas of the creation of man. God went on with the ideas of those angels and created man without the knowledge of those he called for a meeting. They now saw man by sudden. They complained, they say no rebellion. I am somebody now IPOB member. Now USA. It's not DOS. A jog why it's not rebellion. You need to accept it. It's in Nnamdi Kanu order. To the extent that Lucifer did not go for evangelism in heaven. The same people protested with him. Angels protested. Lucifer did not convince them. They protested. These are people who protested against the decision of God. Why did he involve them and later keep them behind? Why did he involve them? Why? Do you understand? Okay, I can practice now. Genesis chapter 2 verse 20, 26. Or chapter 1 verse 26, is it right? Right? So, come, let us make man in our own image. Verse 26. Verse 28, and God created man in his own image. I have to say, no, I know I am with IPOB. Onwekwa ihe a ihe mere no ha to na Satan upa sabo gbuokwa na ya mba esend ya sizem na mchi imeziri ekwensu na mkpozie Chineke ya na ya lụrụ ọgụ n'eluigwe ogbuo ya ụmụnwa na-enweghị asị na ọmụnwa na esizi n'aka mmadụ before ga ọgụ m ga-echi n'aka Jesus from Jesus before ma agakwu Chineke na-aga direct ta ekwensu egbuo ya esend ya here n'ebe ordinary people nọ sizem na m ga-ejizi faith. Come to go to that side, I beg. But here put them there that now they are practicing the same thing. Come, let us restore Biafra. Let us, it is our own. Radio Biafra is our own. IPOB is our own. Okwa Chineke for meeting Nelly. Small time. As I say, no landlord Nnamdi Kanu. No say young with everything. No young with everything. The same thing. I dealt with the blackmail. You want to overthrow God. You want to overthrow Nnamdi Kanu. You want to overthrow God in heaven. Wow. Meeting. Why is it meeting Nelly? Baby, now it is God that created man. Israelite ideas, Israelite ideas in the angel. Has a meeting, quote shaking mad. They brought suggestions. It won't meeting as robots. You needed their suggestion. Habia. You needed their contribution. Habia. Contribute to Chaputanos, the synagogue was the landlord. Now, how tenant? Blackmail. Blackmail, Blackmail, child, reason at Job chapter 1 verse 3. The children of God gathered in the presence of God, and Satan was also there. Chineke achụpụkwa ya, asịkwa na ha lụrụ ọgụ n'eluigwe 3 years and 6 months. Ya hụzie Satan life korokorozi na meeting ya na ụmụ ya nọ na Job. Ogbuzighị Lucifer. Ogbuzighị ya, onye ya oche. Jụwazie ya, where comest thou from? I say I try and flow. I say, have you seen my Job? I say I try and flow looking for whom I'll divorce. I say, have you seen my son Job? Etikwe Job na nsogbu nke. Bukwane ya mba. Mmadụ nọ somewhere na asị ekwensu die. But Chineke kpọrọ ụmụ ya meeting ekwensu abịa nye oche. Asị ya gawa. Ọ gị nwa onye ma ihe a ga-eme ekwensu. Na a ga-egbukwa Chidasaworu, a ga-egbukwa Chike Edoziemu. Lekwe rice ha gbara mbọ ya ebukwe Nnamdi Kanu bukwere ya. Nna what do you achieve for 5 years? Kanu agwakwa unu na buru rice Chike Edoziemu mere achieve. Ọgwakwa gị. Na oshi na azụ threat na ebu ihe rice achievement of DOS. Ha na-eri. What do they achieve? So ọ macha na anyị na-akọ nri. Gwazi unu m ga-eme separate broadcast. Ndị a niile na-asị Chidasaworu, you ate the money for agriculture. The same as Nka gwakwara unu kwuwe ihe ahụ. Ọ gwakwa unu na o bugoro rice. Unu nụsịrị ya na ebiri ya by surprise. Unu ebidokwa defend kwa. Unu la n'iyi. Gị nwa kwesịrị ịnọ n'ihere. Si hai, mana asị na Chidasaworu riri ego rice, na o riri ego agriculture. Masị na ọ natara ego rie. So akọchara rice Nnamdi Kanu eburu ya. Achievement of DOS. Unu ga-ericha ọkwa hụrụ unu aka nshi unu ga-abụ unu ọnụ. Ọkwa rice DOS kọrọ. Agriculture na nri nọ n'ala Igbo na achievement of DOS. Nri nọ here now. Nri dara. Ndị kọrọ ọrụ ugbo na-ewe iwe achievement a ị na-ajụ anyị what they achieve. Very useless people. Ọkwa rice anyị mere achieve ka unu vuru. You did not achieve anything. Give us the money you collect for agriculture. The rice. DOS and hatch rice. Even the ogbenye. Ndi ogaranya vuria. Utaka ine sha rice. To gare vuruga palace. Aside no na ine ebute nri. A na-achọkwa anyị kọkwara nri anyị ga-enye ogbenye. Ogaranya vuria. Ogaranya vuria anyị mere ogbenye. Ogaranya vuria. Ama m nke the other one DOS pass kwara nri. Ekecha ya state by state. Ugbu a ha kọọla nri ọgaranya efuru. Efuru rice anyị kọrọ. Sai no leader. Ojigi ọsị nyenu m plan unu ji eji eke ya. Ka m kee ya ụta mba. All leader o burula. Onye nke ọsọ oshebe. Ọkwa so na abịala comment section anyị. Asụ unu da ogbi. I don't come to their comment section. Esikwa na imerigo. Ika ga-ahụkwa post m. Ọgwa ka na-ebido. Onye esikwa na imeri since 2025. Otu a ka ndị mmadụ si mee vote of no confidence against the US 27 February 2022. The same autopilot ma Emeka Livingstone saying that DOS, no more DOS, they have ended. They don't exist. 2022, 23, 24, 25. Can you cook DOS today? I can cook. Give one way can you cook in the next 2 years? Oh my no. You are defeated. Ndi my vote of no confidence. I say I had defeated. Gine mezie. Thank you. Vous achieved DOS rice, no achievement. Huh? What did DOS achieve? Vous achieved rice. Huh? KK according to purpose, age, no rice. Esrogum, one who anyameba neke, rice, DOS sandry to IPOB units. Anomeba neke. Anorogum, gauze, zono lem gaguru, mbemga umbehaneke rice, DOS ubiri. Oya ka m ji lerecha elochukwu na ignorance ya. Mmadụ nọ ka to defend ihe ọ na-amaghị. Ọ sị na chuse egwu atụ na ọhụrụ na asakri DOS ya bụrụzie rice bụ Nnamdi Kanu. The very elochukwu amaghị mgbe eji akọ rice. Ọ makwanụ mgbe ewepụtara the rice. Otu a ka o shi dị against si na mmadụ bugu enwe mgbe ọ gara for contract. Ọ maghị na ese ndikoro evidence tem Maazị Nnamdi Kanu dị aware. Elochukwu emebe agụ nke ahụ. Do you understand? Otu ka ọ na-eme onwe implik. A na-akọ rice akọcha ya July. O nwere nke na-anọ 2 months a na-ewepụta na September. Ụfọdụ ewepụta ụfọdụ rice na October. According to mgbe iji kọọ ya, ewepụta ụfọdụ November, ọzọ December. Rice a niile a na-ekwu maka eji egwu atụ ji. Ewepụtachara last year. Ama ma Elochukwu oche na a na-akọ rice na January a wepụta na May. Memo nke unu eshi Sokoto ụbọchị a ọwụ na May ka June. Rice anọgo ebe 8 months n'aka egwu atụ before iweta Sokoto memo. Rice anọgo n'aka all threatening, don't release that rice, don't release that rice. So rice ị na-akọwa Elochukwu che na rice akọrọ this year. Anaghị akọ rice na January. A na-akọ rice n'udu mmiri. Rice akọkwa n'udu mmiri wepụtakwa ya mgbe ahụ n'ime December ahụ. Ewepụta that your period of few months. So the rice na Elochukwu no egwu atụ n'aka for months before Sokoto memo ga na-apụta. So ịgba m na ọ nyere over to Nnamdi Kanu because na DOS have dissolved. Imagine mgbe eji akọ rice. It is very very foolish. It is very very foolish. Ị na-ade emagụ ihe na-amaghị. Because unu emechala Chinasa woro accuse na o riri ego farm. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu anara rice ọgwakwa n'unu. Ọgwa unu na ọ nara rice. Ya sị unu mee Chinasa woro attack. Unu emechala attack. Egwu atabịakwuo na obu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu rice. Unu alakpuzie tụgharịzie sị he handed it over to him because he is the leader of organization. It is very foolish. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu kọrọ rice. Ọkwa achievement of DOS. Then why ji si na onwe ha mere chief? Ebe Nnamdi Kanu mechara mara na ha kọrọ rice. Otu aka ọ makwa order of their achievement. Ọ machakwa achievement ha ndị ọzọ. Nri nọ n'ala Igbo na DOS, how many years anyị mere campaign banye ya tie ego na ya mee ya ndị Igbo abanye na nri life. Ụmụ Igbo n'ala bekee sendị ego, ụfọdụ oge ọrụ ugbo ha eke ụmụnne ha ego si ana m ga-enyezi ụlọ ego ka m nye ego ka ịkọ nri. Ụfọdụ weta ego akọ n'aha ha. Anyị ma ihe na-eme here. Ọrụ anyị rụrụ arụ, nri agụụla n'ala Igbo life achievement. Onye ka na-ame ndị na-ahụ fa ndị ma ebe nna ha si felụọ. Agụ gburu nna anyị during 67 to 70. DOS ahụ ka Nigeria na-emetụta gaga. Ha si oke the best na ga-eme na ka anyị nwee nri. Ka anyị nwee nri na ya gburu nna anyị, na ya mere anyị ji felụọ ọgwụ. Ozugbo DOS mere anyị abanye na nri, 3 years anyị kọrọ nri, you can never hear Fulani Miyetti Allah threaten the people of Southeast that the food union will no longer send food to Southeast. The threatening and war because of the Directorate of State led by Masike Dozim, threatening of not sending food to Southeast died automatically because they themselves they are chopped that na yen we go nri. I chopped and here gburu nna anyị. I chopped and here mere anyị fail no war. E bia no here no action. No action. Why no with the things you should do? Nye ka anyị nọ n'obodo. Make and the madu nwọrụ, make a government ndị governor develop obodo anyị with ego enyere ha. Onwe ihe gbasara against agitation na this thing. Hold politicians accountable na ego enyere ha. Onwe ihe ome agitation affect. Ihe ndị our achievement ị ga-eme on the process of agitation. DOS na flow here up. Ihe no ma war. Ke ka anyị na-eme. Enwe ihe ndị lakịrị. Ika ga-enwete from Nigeria why agitating? Icho means secure igodi ya. Ihu na agụ gburu nna gị kwacha ọkụ gburu ha. Icho ụzọ hụ na Nigeria abawala mba ọgụ. Icho ụzọ banye n'ọrụ ugbo. Ndị ba ya enwego nri na. Threatening nke ahụ alaala. All achievement of DOS. Anaghị azụ ya n'ahịa na-eji egbe agbata ya. Una na-amali elu ihu na amaghị. Thank you. Do you understand? Thank you. How is Madnala? So, rice DOS koro. Eburi emazi Nnamdi Kanu. Uno kana ju DOS achievement. Chineke mekwere ebere. Thank you. Thank you. So the problem was that now DOS ekwenye the space. The whole government condition DOS ekwenye space. Ha na-ekik ya. Ha sị ka ha kpọta ndị ga-awụ ndị ga na-demonstrate as DOS ka e were meet up conditions. Ozugbo atụrụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu nga ma gwa unu si na ebidogo ime arrange ndị ga-anọchi anya DOS as negotiation team. But na DOS ga-akanta ha. And na the problem now with DOS. Na ga make sure na enwe DOS so that they can accept anything. They can accept anything because they may go mistake. Mba Maazị Nnamdi Kanu na aba mgbe wa waiting trial mate. Awụ ihe ọ na-aba mgbe ewu convict. Convict na akwa mmadụ nku. Ịbatagodu ga-ebegodo akwa. Ikelemchagodo outside. Ịba n'ime cell ibegodo akwa. First. Ihe ebe anyị nọrọ. Ọwụ ihe a na-emere claiming. A na-agbara ya ọsọ. A na-agbara convict ọsọ. Ị ga-ahụ gọọmenti subject. Talk more of gị na gọọmenti nwere case. Ha plan onye gị goal. Ha ga-enye gị condition. You are now their subject. But ọ na-agwa ndị mmadụ asị, enye Nnamdi Kanu 50 billion. Ya reject ya anaghị enyezi ya ọzọ after atọrọ ya nga. they can give you during a waiting trial. Ka kwencha the matter. Atwagenga, you are the one to give them. Ima, people are now what I hear. They are begging him to give him money. They cannot beg you when they convict you. They can never. Convicting you means that they can never approach you again. You are the one that will be approaching them. They will not be giving you condition. That is Nigeria for you. They need to remove people that are disturbing them. So, if you make a mistake, they remove you. Mbane somebody ego wo ka return no case ga hala court. Unekwu eziokwu n'ụlọ. Unekwu eziokwu n'ụlọ. Oya mere o jepụta. So ha na-achọzi onye ga-atụka na achị, ma onye ga-emeri na aghụghọ, ma onye ga-akpọka na brain. Nigeria meriri. Anyị mere ya avoid. Ha dan sign the tune of federal government. Federal government emeri Maazị Nnamdi ka ntụọ ya nga ya wụrụ their subject. Ị ga na-ekwu okwu otu o si dị. Una just let me emotional. Statue Maazị Nnamdi Kanu 2016 awaiting trial statue. Ọ ga-eji nwe ya remove o. Ọ ga-eji nwe ya this mee reshuffle. Ọ gaghị eji this statue of convict mee anything here. Our new again statue, countering statue. The statue we gave to IPOB is the statue that will counter the pronouncement on his head. Only any life or be now by himself to counter the judgment by himself is a lie. Or organization. But when there's a name attached with autopilot, Ejikwe prosecute na court. Yaka Simba, we will not agitate under that statue. We don't agitate under that statue of criminality. And secure a good statute to counter the judgment against you. If you name attached autopilot, then you are countering us. What is the reason of us securing the statue and the image? It's I join that together. Then you want to counter our stance for long. Then we cannot argue with that statue. Always then they're gonna have to email agitation with autopilot. You can continue. We cannot agitate under that statue that align with the killers of our people. It's impossible. Our agitation I align with autopilot. Under can agitate under man. I cannot. I cannot. Natural law is against it. Right? The statue Mazdam Kanji remove that is Nji Nabata Ihekuru. Because all DOS members may argue 2016. I dissolve DOS, I may reshuffle. Because DOS members were there. They made decision. Deputy was there. Right? I remove review. And I play the shovel. It dissolve or you dissolve the whole organization. But when you reshuffle, those that are still in DOS is keeping the organization alive. You don't dissolve the body of decision because the whole department of IPOB, they have head in DOS. The whole continental rep are in DOS members. When you dissolve them, you dissolve the organization. So you are starting IPOB new. You don't dissolve, you can reshuffle. You know, dissolve. Can they sign is a memo? Who issue memo? He dissolve all DOS because memo of removal, memo of appointment come from Directorate of State. Onwebekebia from Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Onwebegi. He don't issue memo. He can only give announcement. So how do you dissolve the body? Onwezo egenye memo. Ya uzigi wana detention with invalid statute. Nedeze akwụkwọ of dissolving or dissolving. In when get the statute, that's why in the letter 72, it cannot be responded to. The statute counters your letter. Ya ka na log ya since ka happen the statute of convict. Or buggy ni email ye ji to ogenka. Or go ni email ya the condition of your arrest counters any give stand any trial. Or counter ya. So of no kind oji wuro good judgment mba because now the kidnapping in Kenya nullified anything because the guys in Amzurohi the way to handle the matter is to come and rob me. The guys in Nnamdi Kanu terrorists the way to fight him would be to terrorize him. No, Nigeria committed terrorism against Nnamdi Kanu, both in Kenya, both in his home. All terrorism. Anagaji stealing. This man stole my key. So I have to go and steal from him. No. That's where Nigeria failed. He committed terrorism, yes, according to you. So you need to go and terrorize him. Then also, you know, bash. You don't need to try him. That's what I said. That had been my stand till tomorrow. But when he must stand trial, he must stand trial. Okay. Appeal court in 4 decisions. 3 against Nigeria. 1 on the favor of Nigeria. Follow you only 1 as legal team. Drag a 3. May accept to standing trial. The same judgment say the way he was arrested is not lawful. The revocation of his bail is unlawful. Attack in his home is unlawful. So how come then the court said he should continue trial? Why do the lawyer and the man picked only 1 that favored Nigeria without standing on the 3? This 3 counters his further trial. Make analysis. Hasim na haguro law no jibako guru na America. See any guys ike. Shut up, poor. Something I studied for years. It's my call Ogarangambole. Onye no na waiting trial. Mma ihe study ihe. Gini ya nwofu. Ma lawyer gi ahu. Na ikucha lawyer garanga. Na call rubbish. In a prison experience. Nonsense. Do you understand? Immediately Mazdam came with a date of court. The whole call for his release and war. Na December 29. When December 2nd. January 2nd. When January 3rd. 2024 you. See how na gakola trial. Konya and sin a die, and a sin a die, or sin and die, sin a die, without date of court. Hence is that date of court. Any hit IPOB name, the world will be responding to Nigeria and say what is keeping him in detention. 1, he's not going to court. He's without date of court. Una Russia ganye date of court, and nullify every court for his release. Happen Nigeria see his standing trial. Then happen Nigeria see his standing trial. Everything I want, if face a trial, the world they chose a judgment. And when also, hence if the trial, everybody waits for the judgment. Hanyeze statue, then I'm machare. Statue we avoided. Onye question again, man. Biafra scam. The whole scam in Nigeria, have you stopped it? Have you stopped the whole scam? We are asking you, is there no SDP? There was SDP now as a political party. So where is it today? So it was a scam. Mad idiot. You never stop the whole scam. Na Biafra. Na scam of Biafra you go stop. On comment section. All the scam in Nigeria, you don't stop them. Eh? You know you're making so. Mad people. Even your community leader, they scam you. Give you levies, you pay, they scam you. You never stop them. You want to stop Biafra as a scam. Madness on a level. Must you comment in every post you see? Biafra and a scam. People are doing. People are doing. It was a NNPC, NNP, Kasogene, NNPP. Kautanki Buhari ha form mucha. A form mucha party bidozo. Onwebe nke putara was scam. Okwa ha wagachi unu. Smarter they will join together and form another one. A real scam. Mad people. We continue. We continue. Ihe burata iji maka ya gbuo mmadụ akwụsịbe ya wụrụ onye no comment section. Atahiro abịa wụrụ GOC 2 division. Yanwa carry on Obi Igbo massacre Python dance. Onye ọbụla egbucha hope ụzọ n'ime egbu nwe ike eme Obi Igbo massacre. Ugwu anyị eme ka ha na-akpụ ya emene massacre. Okezie emekwe National High School Aba massacre. Mee ngwa ha ka ha na-akpụ ya ụmụ ahịa massacre. after all this massacre. Even if Okowa, through one of his commissioner of police, Hafiz Mohammed in Noah, make kidnapping and taking of life and kidnapping and taken to prison. After he la agitation, ya went on a comment session in Abara. We continue. So now, the difference between reshuffle or in DOS, reshuffle of DOS 2016, right? Within a short while of Nnamdi in detention, from October 2015, not about 1 year he was in detention. About 1 year. And what be the problem? He did not create counter IPOB like he created autopilot. He created autopilot to counter us. And when they counter 2015, 2016, no. The only thing we have was Nigerian government confronting us during protest. Same with differences because there was deputy. Now there is no deputy. Deputy automatically represented Nnamdi in the discussion in DOS. And there were people in DOS. And the people of DOS are the people who discussed the matter. And they had a meeting together with Nnamdi Kanu. Not this one, he decided with lawyer and sibling. The DOS members has the meeting together on Skype with Nnamdi Kanu, and they decided. And that was the reshuffle, not to dissolving. So how come OG decided to stay alone? Who scrutinized his appointment? You want to know? Who did he discuss with? Who did he discuss with in 2026? Only him and lawyer. They discuss our welfare. In 2016, the DOS members was involved. The deputy was involved. The leadership of the DOS members passes message through the deputy to Nnamdi Kanu. So that means his presence was here through the deputy. So who represents him now? Nobody. He can wake up in the morning and say, I no longer work with you as if na na run a company or creator. Just I serve the indigenous people of Biafra. I serve them. I say I serve. Machike doesn't say I serve. So we are all serving. So go to the end and serve billion to us again. I no longer work with you. I no longer work with you. I am not Junu. Yahoo command and control. And when you proceed and say that you're my police. Okay, I'll put a hand and say I no longer work with you. One person. Name to be an IPOB. Goshime Bomer. Goshime onye Maznam cannot remove. Akwa brain again na check phone. Ke heja monye remove rugi or document. Or announcement kije may remover. Every removal and appointment in IPOB will come from Directorate of State, DOS. Or hage memo. And it will be signed by head of Directorate of State. Imagine abolishment of the office of the deputy leader, which was signed by Masike Dozim, head of Directorate of State. And the memo was issued by Directorate of State, not Mazdam Kanu. Mazdam Kanu have never removed anybody or appointed anybody. Documentary. No. There is no memo. He don't issue. The office of leader does not issue memo. That is how the structure of IPOB that some people don't know. The office of leader, he can only just announce because he operates on Radio Biafra. Memo have been issued by those that removes and appoints. The Directorate of State, they issues memo. But only but for removal came from DOS. There's no Mazdam Kanu memo. Show me one memo. Then you are dreaming. You are dreaming. That's why, that is to tell you that in 2016, it was not dissolved. DOS was reshuffled because people was there to issue memo. while Mazankon was in detention. But this time around, nobody in DOS, according to his announcement, that issue memo. Hence, you have dissolved the organization.
Incoming call 080332421.
Do you understand? No, happen on when here was Rage. What is your business? Somebody is catching cruise where we are talking serious matter. You know, what do you expect from a dog when it sees itself on the mirror? Can he choro na nkita? Ma wa agwo. Tigoduru agwo mirror. Ke he agwo ga-eme mirror. Tigoduru mkpi ma wepune mirror. Ka ọ la azụ bịa kụwa ya. If frustrate ya somebody, ya na-ewe iwe. Somebody ma na ọ na-achọ ibe akwa na-adụ ya aka n'ọnụ. Nwatakịrị chọrọ ibe akwa already. Gị bịa dụọ ya aka n'ọnụ. Ịchọ ka o begbuo onwe ya n'akwa. Ihe a na-eme ihe wee itiri nkịta miro ka ọ gbagbuo onwe ya n'ụja. Anyị chi generate noise na compound. Anyị generate noise by setting mirror for a dog. Obido harass onwe. That's what we do. So focus on what we are doing. Anyị nyere liberty ka ọ kụwa mirror. Anyị enye ya ọ gbasa ya. O merụ ahụ ka business ya. Right? Blocking you is to save you because ị nọrọ ihe ị ga-enwe ọbara mgbali elu. One na ekwugo m Biafra before Ipob. Ekwugo m Yondo Wazirike, mecha hapụ ma sub, preach we Biafra alone. So hello to somebody na-aghọta ihe a na-eme. Feel na money ya mere na-ekwu Biafra under internet. Ana m ekwu mgbe a na-enwe internet. Otu ọ dị ebe. So o teela m kwure. So we continue. I am mere ụfọdụ asị, Nnamdi Kanu gave you voice. Ọ gị nwa ka o nyere, nye m nwa. Ama m na onwe ndị o nyere, nye m nwa. Anyị nwego m voice. The only thing enweghị internet. Agbagotere m n'ihe Biafra. Maka ebido m na nwata kwuo okwu. Ebido na nwata jụọ m ajụjụ. Ana ajụ m ajụ. Right? Ana m agbakwa expo na school na class. Ana akpọrọkwa m na class 2, ma ga na class 4 gaa saa question. Ekugoro m n'elu table. Ana akpọkwa m na primary 3. Boga m na primary 5, ma gakwa gaa saa question n'elu table. So ihe ndị a niile ọ na-ebido na nwata. Ịbata na nye gị monitor, enye gị proof, ọ na-ebido na nwata. Onye bi ugbu a go biskit nye ụmụaka, ọ gị maka a ga-enye ya gị ike. Ihe ndị a na-ebido na nwata. Onwe ha na-emere ngiri, onwe ha na-emere claiming, onwe ha na-emere force. Do you understand? Ihe ndị a niile ga-emecha na nwata. Ga-emere gị mara iwu ya maintain onwe. So onye na-amachagharị ọwụ ihe ị ga-anyọkọta maliwe elu. We continue. We continue. Right? So, why do they tell you now that Nnamdi Kanu removed DOS, they refused to go out because is it not the same Nnamdi Kanu that removed them? It is not the same Nnamdi Kanu. It is not the same. 2016 is a convicted Nnamdi Kanu. 2016 is an awaiting trial mass Nnamdi Kanu. Not the same. Odogoganya. 2016, there was no autopilot created by Nnamdi Kanu. 2026, there was already autopilot created by Nnamdi Kanu. And he gave DOS order to join them together with Ipob. That proves he created them. If he don't know about them, how can he be ordering us to join people on people that were something that was created in his absence without his knowledge, that we have the record of their activities? So we are to tell him the activities of these people. But he in detention is the one giving us order to work with them. Something that when they take the report to you, say, when did this one started? Okay, they should wait. When I come out, I will know what they are doing. But for somebody to be in detention and order you not to respond to somebody that is killing your people, then on the process, order you to join them together with your genuine agitation. It means that the person created them. Because he na amagi mgbe o bidoro ka ị na-force your organization to accept. And I mean, that means you have the knowledge. And that became a capital offense to the leaders of the leader of that body. Machiketusem. And Machinas who refused to join Liberation Army with the ESN. They become the enemy to Mazi Kanu. Then he created those things. If not, he will not find fault when body of decision decided that they cannot work with these people who terrorize our communities. But he found fault because he wanted to hide his workers in IPOB. And we rejected it. If he was not aware of their activities, he will leave them. Do you understand? We continue. Angie Madnal. Some of them on my hand on my hill convict of them. When I'm can abandon, you cannot join me on a babu. Are you waiting trial? I talk again, Lodge. On the never na machari. Am I hand? Ega Nodge. It's a big TV, big henny, Nodge, ever Kegano. There man offense. Prison or power of government. I am age to my team at detention. Government and a baby, ever hold their power. Haji to like. I may avoid how I to genga. Onyatonganwo ozu government. Onyatonganwo ozu government. So what the same statue. So what the same Mazi Kanu 2016 or the Nnamdi Kanu 2026. The Nnamdi Kanu of 2016 was an awaiting trial. The Nnamdi Kanu of 2026 is a convict. Do you understand? So, so tell me the legitimacy of dissolving organization that is genuinely agitated, dissolving a body of organization. Somebody atrunga nga hapu genuine body of organization. Happy eating here there so that he aga pass why he started there. Ya no katamali elu. Where the statue of convict. Now going on a renew IPOB. In a renew ya call terrorist because you are convicted on terrorism. Why can't you allow the statue of IPOB? Camera no so genwa ka anacho. Ka IPOB will start to have your save vogue. It's in a dissolve the genuine statue. As if no ge kwo omume. Again, where any country in the world I know only a convict no ya dissolve robot. They'll be laughing at you. They'll be laughing at you. That's why somebody put out your besim. I was appointed by Union to mlecha. I want to have my statue of 2016. Man, the statue of 2026. Oga haputani hum. The Agamo. Onion appointed me. He was the one who appointed DOS 2016. He's the one who removed them 2026 and appointed and a mega appointed as a convict. Get legitimacy. Only Atronga Munyaga resign as a government worker in Nigeria here. Ya we are making a point. So you got one channel. I say no emega point to only Atronga. Ya kwekinaka. Come on, shimni hu boy so. School no gara one nonsense school no gara. Can they start to remove ODOS members 2016? Can start to 2026? Can kwani letter onudre? It's no ide letter wishi. Ombele start to onye dere. Amana maga respond. Owa go letter say onye nwe letter, onye dere letter. Oya wa mega point. Oh no ma iwe na ewe mgbe atụrụ ya nga n'onu mebiri n'onu mere ọtụtụ ihe na ewetere statue dị dangerous imahe convicted statue na amachari how injustice pass gate to government of the world how may accept how man atụrụ leader again nga apụgodu the injustice atụgo nga the statue adigo there ihe na-agazi na ọka ewepụ ọkwa ya ọ gị na yozi biko ọ dịgonu gọọmenti enyego goal ịchọziri nke equalize ya onyela ọ ha ga-enye gị ohere because they will give you a chance gị nwee equalize ya ọ gọọmenti ga-enye gị condition ị ga-emenwu ya because the opportunity adịghịzi anọghị trial Nnamdi Kanu president's subject. Your president get decide. Or Nigerian constitution or president get decide. Or ya mere ha ji rush atọ ya nga. Onye atụrụ nga nwụọ taa Nnamdi Kanu ọnwụọ ọ Nigeria ga-eburu ozu ya. Awetin taa ya nwụọ family abịa buru ozu ya. And onye atụrụ nga nwụọkwa ma oge nga ya erubeghị. Gọọmenti aga lie ya onye ahụ na burial ground wụọ chen n'ili ya dee mgbe nga ya ga-agụ. Onye awetin taa ya nwụọ family abịa buru ya. Ọ bụghị the same statue. Awetin taa ya mere resolve na DOS 2016 ọkwa dissolving enwe DOS member they remain there, all few ka remove it dissolve ya, you have dissolved the organization. Maka mgbe ahụ ka na-achọ ime arrange ọzọ egbuola the organization, ị ga dissolve body of decision. He ga-eme reshuffle and ọ mere 2016 maka DOS members ndị raise the matter before ruo Nnamdi Kanu ntị. So ha bidogo dị argue n'ime onwe ha, so they knew the matter. But nke ahụ Nnamdi Kanu naanị ya na lawyer decided with a sibling. We continue. Thank you. Ndị mmadụ aghọta ihe a na-ekwu. So ọ ya mere Nigerian gọọmenti a ga-ebe anyị na-ekwu reality taa. Ara na-agbagodo ha. So Maazị Nnamdi Kanu onwe ọ ga-ege n'ihe a m na-ekwunu. Ịghọtara? So ndị lawyer gị nọkwa here na-ege ma sibling gị ha ma ihe m na-ekwu. Right? So ọ ya mere otu anyị nwa nọ here na isigodu nọ $10,000 ha ga-azụ m. But gị nwa amanụ gị ha nwa now $10,000 ha ga-azụ m. Either m mechie ọnụ ọ nkwunyewere ha. Anọgodo m na site oge nke ekpere m anọ m na site. Ndị nke ahụ ụka akpọpụ m outside ngwa ha na-eme n'ihe eme. Ọkaimekwa anyị ihe mere ihe Brazil coach ndị Brazil mere ndị Brazil against Nigeria remove Ronaldo maka na etiri oruma mark ya Ronaldo ewepụ ya ka onwe ike gba final. Ịkpọpụ m outside country ka na ikwesịrị na outside DOS kwesịrị ịkpọpụ gị outside na ya dị na night job ya dị ka outside ka m nọ na-arụ the night job. Ọkwa ịkpọpụ m ebe a the night job anwụọ maka na iwepụla m na my wing. So ị ga-agbachinu my wing. Onye tikwe na wing Ronaldo ọ gbata ya. Before Ronaldo na-amata Nigeria akwalize alia ikpebenyela 1 agbara n'elu. Kanu Nwankwo enyezuola ọhụrụ 3-3. Why na ọ na-hapụ Ronaldo enyekwa goal ọzọ. Asị ka edewe reserve. Do you understand? Na ikwesị na DOS kwesị na-akwụgo ụgwọ ọnwa. Ọ ihe anyị kpara mgbe anyị bịara join IPOB, ọ ihe anyị kpara. Ọ m jụchara ha ndị autopilot. Ha ma na ha jam gaa Young Gate. Do you understand? Right? Thank you. Somebody na-ekwu the same thing ọ na-ekwu for years na na-echange. Ọ ya nwawe onye a ga-asị na ọ natara ego. Ka onye ọwụ ya kwukata ụta ya jump ụta. Okwukata ebe ọ jump ụta. Onye na-shift. Na-shift. Ọ na ọ ga na-enye ego ya shiftla. Ọ ndị na-shift ka enyere conviction. Thank you. Now, Master can appointed the new DOS, you should follow them. Emakwana ichene onwere onye bụ. Onye atụrụ nga wodo onye na waiting trial. Ụfọdụ ndị na-edetide ihe ama the difference between a waiting trial and convict. Hamagi. So if you na government the foolish, rush na chomi saja atomadonga. If you na had the foolish. Okay, reduce oge. Can you change your status? All you actually achieve with conviction. Can you also actually achieve? Can I get some power? Again with the power as well. Again with the power. Okay, make you get affect more on your beke. More police, more army, more okay resign. Ma talking wanga. Do you understand? Ya wuru mgbe atụmazụ Nnamdi Kanu nga ozi ya niile kwesịrị na-aga n'azụ ka ọ na-amapụta na represent IPOB na akanta ndị nwere genuine status kwesịrị na-emove ya na akanta ha. Otu somebody atụrụ nga ji nchi agwa gị na o dissolve body of decision of organization ga-esave ya nwa. Ke legitimacy ya? Ke legitimacy? In a referred to 2016, only legitimacy as a waiting trial. Only legitimacy, only deputy, and code of conduct Kurumaka deputy. 2026 code of conduct Kurumaka deputy. Why in a way deputy? So who represented him now? Actually, KBA this una nonsense akata KB chaka. Oya memje repeat some oku. KBA akaka amana. Mega gizu ike. We continue. I can ekwu na na-eme agitation onye nke ọzọ agwa gị na sheep have left you. Ya dịka ya nwee eruola. Utaka jento ha shiga akpụrụcha ndị mmadụ gbuo gwa na ha ụsabụ mentality onye oshi ojii onye gbara agbacha egbe na-arụ Naijiria amị ebe o nwetara onwe n'ọrụ bekee gacha ugwu Awụsa gbacha egbe lọta vileji ga-aga jide esi n'ọzụ soja. Ọ ya wa ụsabụ ị ga somebody gaa na compound ga akpụrụ nwanne mmadụ n'ihu ya korokoro kpọọ ya asabụ ga gbuo ya. Anụ mpama. The sheep have left you. And you are left through sheep. We left sheep of criminality. Margin of autopilot together. We left it. I am a magistrate under Nnamdi Kanu. With the status of autopilot. When we have maintained the status in the convict, Chorotaishi make or drive in across some checking points. Because imagine Nnamdi Kanu start to government in the Nenya IPOB in Sobu to cross some checking points. I am an Indian Pamabia. Ha ga-ebe a nụrụ ọgbakọ ha na onye ọcha nọ ha secha foto to convince you. Ha ga-agwa gị ihe Nigeria mere. Ha ga-agwa gị ihe the conviction ọwụ to Nnamdi Kanu. Ha ga-agwa gị ihe o mere ha. Asị na o dere akwụkwọ dịga 72 country. Onye ga-respond to letter of convict. Ọwụhụ the organization dere. Ọwụhụ lawyer dere on behalf. Ọ ya nwa dere. Direct from detention with the prison address. Convict statue. Onye na-agwa ya nwatakịrị ọwụ mmụọ. Ama m anya ya. Ama m anya ihe anyị na-akọ. Ama m anya ya completely. Thank you. Bịa mama. Bilikwe ite ga nyoma mmiri. Ọkwa m ka ị na-atọ m. Adị m sure na nwebeghị ime n'ute. Okay, ị na-ebili n'ụra, okay. Natara m nọọ onye a na ụmụaka na uche gị kwesịrị na-adị. We continue. So, ọ bụrụ na ị nwere comment, gbaa call. Ị na-atụ onwe gị ahụ na comment section enweghị isi. The number to call is WhatsApp +358 466 156 849. Ị na-atụ onwe gị ahụ na kọmentị enweghị chino korokoro life. Lee ya +358 466 156 849. Ọnọdụ na the description of the program. Ọnọdụ ọnọkwa na comment section. Okay, here I'm Homeland Radio Biafra, now in a comment section. Thank you. Thank you. Ndị na-amaghị ihe wụ awaiting trial na convict. Anyị nwa ji image of IPOB na-cover up. Ya mapụtasị na onye nwa ka aga na-ahụzi. The image ị nwere adịghịzi okay. Gọọmenti buru the image. All the statue of IPOB ga-challenge statue Nnamdi Kanu nwere. The non-violent statue. Ọnwụ nke ị nwere na Sokoto join anyị autopilot. Ha enweghị the statue to counter judgment against you. It is the genuine IPOB non-violence that was and is being maintained by Matik Edoziem. The only statue that can counter any judgment against you is the statue of terrorist-free, criminal-free, autopilot-free, Liberation Army-free. That is IPOB. Not this one you said, we are united with autopilot. No more autopilot. Such statue cannot challenge the judgment against Mazdam Kanu. Even that statue will validate the judgment against you. Do you understand? That statue will validate it. And that is why we maintain it. We can use it to go anywhere because we cannot put our egg in the same basket with what we have rejected. The US rejected those things that they are calling order today, or they are saying it's order, is our command. The US said we cannot do it. It's very simple. Let us use this one. Power banking can. Thank you. So, you can hear the comment to call. Yeah, born now +358 466 156 849. Anybody can call. Because we're about to round up. So, people should stop disturbing themselves because there is no legitimacy to dissolve. After all, in 2016 you are referring to, there was nothing like dissolving. Rather, there was reshuffle. There was reshuffle. Reshuffle is different. Few people was removed. And those that, some that are in lower position was lifted. People like Matik Edoziem was lifted from secretary to directorate, head of directorate. The same with others. So if they were dissolved, who would have issued memo? It was a shovel. So how can somebody that was convicted wake up in the morning and say he dissolved organization decision-making body that have secured a counter statute to the judgment against him? So what is he trying to throw in? His statue that IPOB should hide is the statue he's throwing to overshadow IPOB as a leader. We are supposed to hide his statue of convict and be presenting it as at least complaint to the world. But he run and say, I am in charge. Then he don't want IPOB to have any good statue. He's supposed to only be reflecting, not to be the one commanding. No. Not everybody will listen to him. They just say he was convicted and sent to life imprisonment, and they release him and say you remain in life imprisonment, but it be moving around. He still not have a good status. If he meet any government in the world, they will tell you you are a convict. So why do they pressure people with little knowledge of what we already knew? We knew that his power and strength. That's why you call lawyer. You don't want to be jailed. It's very simple. Every time you see people warning you about your case, it is jailing, not to cut off your, it is jailing you. They are warning you, you may be jailed. Hence you are jailed. Your status changes. I have come to a caller. Welcome to the program. The caller, we are on to you. Your name and where you are calling us from.
Yes, Madabuchi, the Homeland Radio Biafra broadcaster, the fearless evangelist. I salute you. I'm saluting you from the Netherlands.
Thank you.
My name is Ifan Madabuchi.
Welcome. Go ahead.
My brother, I didn't start listening to to your broadcast in the beginning. I just came in, but when I came in, is the topic at hand is oh my brother, our rice, the rice we contributed money. You want to dissolve IPOB, dissolve ESN, dissolve DOS, dissolve everything. But you don't want to dissolve our rice. You don't want to leave our what do you call it? Tractor. Everything this directorate of state is being have been setting up is being undermined. And apart from undermining them, you start to seize the rights that you don't know how. We contributed. I contributed for that rights. We contributed. Other people contributed. The director of state, they made sure to acquire the space and guard it and plant it and harvest it. And now it's the miles. You know why I'm making this call? That means that everything that is IPOB is owned by Masterplan Kanu and his brothers and his siblings. Going from our money in the bank, nobody is talking about how the money was seized and the director of state has no money to operate. Nobody is talking about all the funds that were seized in Germany, in Europe, in Italy, and in America, and in South Africa, etc. And now, things that, like food, that the director of state has started to manage, to plan to, they have done the heavy work to do it. You don't allow them to use it for the purpose for which it was produced. What kind of, who does this? Now, we know from the whole thing, they said that even from the beginning, our sister Oge said that this guy, yes, he was in charge of the rice, but he didn't do it alone. Now, it is being evident that he was forced or ordered or whatever to hand over the rice. And then you ask yourself, what are those people doing this? What are they doing? Are they still caring for our people, caring for our progress, caring to restore Biafra, caring to restore, to help our people who cannot help themselves, to feed our people who cannot feed themselves? I don't understand. So, and as for what you are saying about the people who are telling you who appointed who appointed who, now, we have been saying this since this problem, this problem broke out. We should have been told from day one that this is a private company and some family, enterprise. Then we will decide how much time and money we will be putting in it, how much risk we'll be taking to do things. But to do things in the name of Biafra and one person and the Nayanya and the one family and their, what we call them, puppets, and their fine people will be on the internet to find this. It is for and rest is his. He doesn't know when the rest was planned and plotted and planted and harvested. Oh, we have rice. This is rice. Is Biafra your own, your father's property? Is it a Faruku your own family plot where we plant rice? Is it your money, your father's money, or your own that we used to plant rice? I am annoyed because I contributed. People contributed. People called me, my brother. This rice they are contributing. I mean, this is farm. Where is the farm? What are we? Who will manage it? I said, my brother, this is to make food. My sisters and brothers, this is to make food, plentiful in our land. So please contribute according to your capacity. And people said, okay. Now, after doing that, the people who said, or the person who said he has abolished us, abandoned us, and dissolved us, and now our rice is very good. My brother. Maazị Keke Ugosokwa atọba ụtọ si wepụ aghụghọ. Okwu Igbo ka ọwụ. And it's applicable to everybody. Ọkwa Oriental brothers na onye kpara agwa ọjọọ anyị emegene ya agbabara ya ọsọ. Ma okporo agadi nwaanyị kpara agwa ọjọọ arieli nye mbọmbọ maka ịmaghị ihe ọ bụ n'uche. What is this? To my brother is sick and there because
Thank you. The caller, we have come to you. Your name and where you're calling from.
Good evening.
Good evening from here. Welcome to the program. This is Homeland Radio Biafra.
My name is Uncensored.
Go ahead.
I'm calling from my location.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much. As you people are trying, I must commend you people for what you people are doing. I must commend you people. It's not easy. It's not easy. For DOS to go that far, trying to make hunger, chase away hunger from our land. And some people will come and ask us, what have DOS done? What is the achievement of DOS? Mas, it's quite unfortunate. It's quite unfortunate. It's like Nnamdi Kanu have prepared to go to prison. Because if he's not prepared, you cannot tell me that he will chase away Mike Ezekome. If he's not prepared to go to prison, those two people that is fighting for him, that is fighting for his release, he will not touch them. He will not try trust them. So he has prepared. He thought that chasing them away, that he will scare the federal government with the Umokoko Liberation Army. and secure his release. Not knowing that the federal government is afraid because of the cleanness of the IPOB, because IPOB don't have any debt. So I can tell you, Maze, Nnamdi can't know what he's doing, and he just prepared to go to prison. That's all. Thank you, Maze. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you. Thank you. So that is it. You must check the legitimacy of the 2016 and the condition of 2016 and what IPOB saw 2016. In 2015, 2016, there was no counter IPOB created by Nnamdi Kanu from Kuje. But in 2021, there was counter IPOB created by Nnamdi Kanu, which is autopilot led by Simon. All their agitation is on IPOB. That was why when the US got information from message from Nnamdi Kanu or order to join autopilot with IPOB, they now know that something wrong. Something is very, very wrong. How can somebody that is in detention before something was formed be in a haste to join that thing with the genuine people he already knew, without him being outside to know the activities of these people? He was forcing leadership of IPOB to accept people who have put us in problem by impersonating us with criminal activities. You say you're IPOB, you're ESN, you go and thief, you go and kill. Not just that you just answer IPOB or ESN. No. On criminality, on terror. That's where you will impersonate genuine people. And after doing this, the leader say we should join them together. And that is an order. Have you ever had such order? And when they tell you, it's the same DOS that removed you, the same Nnamdi Kanu that appointed DOS from Kuje is the one that removed you from Sokoto. Appointment of awaiting trial is not the same with appointment of a convict. So how can convict appoint you? Convict should wait. Let people fight for him. If the family members cannot take dead body of a convict, but family can take the body of, what is it called? Awaiting trial. Do you understand? So don't you know that there is different? There is different. If a convict die, you don't come. For the body belongs to government. So how does such person have legitimacy to appoint and even dissolve or remove? I want to know. Welcome to the program. The caller, we have come to you. This is Homeland Radio Biafran.
Hello, Mazi. Good evening from here.
Thank you.
Mazi, I want to appreciate you for what you are doing for your motherland. It is the God of the land who is inspiring you, giving you these messages. And he alone will reward you.
Thank you.
Mazi, I want to contribute this evening.
Go ahead.
You know, all these sumo man on a comment section. They there. Mazi, Nnamdi Kanu go problem.
Already.
Onwedi here kurukute ya. Go problem. Here. Either like in the Western world, in Europe here, you wear that very tag, ex-convict. Mas in many sectors you can work. Over the government sector, now in private sectors, you can work. And don't worry, some of each of them those first of all, I got to give you your record. They got been before.
Simple.
And the young one who we are Nnamdi Kanu, he knows too well. And he has some chocolate that now, young one who we are but he hasn't deceived the believe. And the people have been asking Nnamdi Kanu no my hair. Nnamdi Kanu no my hair. I think now in the praise here too much no my hair. They might have the second on my hair. Because in the buying I say, also you want mother nama, Yababatanolo. So Otahonya Hono, on our niches, you know, Nozo, Oporosiaga. Only my problem within the Nigeria. Can problem within the Biafra. Mas isn't Dina Wagokuauna, Name when a problem Nandia. And the Oman is sinking, he knows that he is sinking. So unfortunately, Ndi believe Soria, ne sinking. And mind you that Onya, a watch I hear on the man with Chusegwato. Chusegwato nowhere. Nobody should exempt him. No way criminal. No way criminal.
Leno Mazi. Leno now, Leno, Cheno Kangwagi Mazi. Mbeja ako rice wo. Ako rice July, August, September, a webte September, when done a webte September, and the young capital also for the webte October, for the webte November, for the webte December. So rice and a cook rice ako last year. Anaga owo rice akọ ya soka. Here rice akọ last year. So the rice are not gonna ego for months. So rice ahụ ekwesị submit ya na December. Maka anyị mechara ihe gbasara ya mgbe ahụ. Ịghọtago? So ke ihe ejizi ya December ahụ abịa nwe January, February, March, April, May, June. So all to go already. And ihe ogwu ekwere Nnamdi Kanu aga awụkwa proper account. Ịghọtago?
Yes.
Ogwe ndị obugoro already. So, but the issue na kedu otu onye a shigati iwe aka na ihe ọ na-amaghị the purpose eji nwe ya ka ihe o ji gaburu the rice emere ndị ogbe ndị ewe maazị.
Yes. Maazị, the reason that na ya nwa choose egwu atụ onye oshi.
Complete.
So yerele coach onye oshi ibe ya.
Yes.
Yerele coach onye oshi ibe ya so that ka ọ dịrị ya mfe. If not, ka onye ọzọ ga-esinye gị ihe. Maazị. Onye ọzọ ga-esi n'azụ si gị nye gị ihe n'ọwụ ya nwanyere gị ihe onye ọzọ nyere gị. Ịhụnụgo ebutere ihe a mere. And onye ahụ nyere gị datin ịkpọọ ya sị na o nwere onye na-edistọpụ m somewhere o si nye ya distin. Ndị ahụ nyere gị datin n'aka. Ka ịhụ na this guy wụ full criminal and nobody should make excuse for him. Nobody should make excuse for that guy. So ihe m ji na-ekwu ya wụdat na Nnamdi Kanu o nwela nsogbu. So ọ dị very unfortunate na aka enwere ndị iberibe na-eso ya ndị na-aga isi nke wite ya na onwe ya mana ọ mana na nke ọ na-eme agụgọ. He knows ọhịa o ji prefer ya nọ na Sokoto mgbe a sị ka ebute ya bụ ji ya sị nọ. Maazị, thank you. Jishike.
Ndewo. Ọta ka m si kwụsị ha ị na-eme vidio. Ịba m na-edo ha anya ndị amaghị abịa na-amachara ihe. Before again, whoever had a video, I stand with Nnamdi Kanu na ọ ga-enye nsogbu. Ọmụ doro ha anya. Upon school ha niile ha gara. Ihe mgbe m na-ekwukwe nsị na ọ ka m nyere ha aka maka ha ma anya. Ndị kwesịrị na-eme video ndị si I stand with DOS. Me ha video si I stand with Nnamdi Kanu ireduce ole. Ị na-agwa gọọmenti ka agụ ụlọ ọnụ. Maka gọọmenti believe na aga agụ ndị na-eso Nnamdi Kanu ọnụ. And I'm na that period agala. Give me a new year na ekwugharị ya na gọọmenti mana enwere problem. So ị na-eme ya feel on ị na-eme DOS ọchị ga-edozie mụ ọchịna ị na-eme onwe gị. Continue chịkọtawa ndị mmadụ size style with Nnamdi Kanu. Ọkwa ahụ m na orili obeli oloritula because agbagoro m na ama. Onye nyere voluntary stand, voluntary support. After a decade plus, Ebiasiwaze, those that are standing with him, those that are not standing with him. A man when he maybe. If that language occurs, something is wrong. So if you see my son with Nnamdi Kanu, I don't value you. The issue is that nobody did it earlier. We just voluntarily stood with him. So he be a pretense. the wise people ga na akọ na achị or imeze you convince Nigeria not to know that na enwere issue or ikwaze m na enwere new DOS Nigeria amazi ndị ha na alụ ọgụ ha ma na inwe validation na onye mere ga appoint a convict IPOB leadership nwa hapụ the leadership hapụrụ ndị convict mere appoint Nigeria ewerezie the other side double cross ha dịzie invalid before any onwe ihe ha ga-emenwu ebe ọbụla a gara gwa na leader unu convict and onye mere ga appoint convict onye ka anyị ji kwechiri agịrịchekwa ha ga-azụ ike. We can put our egg in the same basket with the Sokoto initiative. There's no ozugbo imegidere atọ gị nga, you now follow government condition. Igiri esi na onwe ihe na-eme ka igochi ndị mmadụ na I am strong. Do you know I was given 50, they give me 500 billion. They can give you during a waiting trial. They can give you, they can promise you something during a waiting trial. Immediately you are convicted, government will not give you shishi. They will not even approach you again. You are the one approaching them. Henye go goal. Hapo ihe pretend ndị lawyer na-abịa pretend rege. Masterplan Kanu subject Tinubu. All achievement Tinubu, not Trianga, or subject ya, he will not give him conditions. One na Tinubu na run out of patient. All Masterplan Kanu wonyega run out of patient. The issue is that no wo yan watroginga no government. Only defense. So it just say he follow your condition here. O make your drop or another president. All the mistake I na agbara. They start to government teacher is secure. Maduji conviction start to make a point. Ibana challenge in the no emena point under waiting trial. Start to. Onye convict him a point na challenge in there with only waiting trial emena point. Or the same. Nwanyị ị na-alụ atọ gị nga ya na-arụ ma wọda ma police ọ ga-resign ma atọ gị nga ọ ya wụ defect ị nọrọ na nga nwa gọọmenti aga na ili gị ma ha licha ya ha wụọ ya chen dee date mgbe nga gị ga-agụ awetịnta ya nwa akpọ ndị nwe ha bịa buru ya ha enweghị the same statute gọọmenti ga-eburu ozu onye atụrụ nga nwụrụ anwụ ọwụ the same statute. Do you know that if Nnamdi Kanu want to come out today, he will come out? My people are my hand. When government fight, look at all, may achieve something actually may achieve. How may achieve? Give one bruise that subject. You will not be begging them. If they say appeal, why not amnesty? Appeal when meaning not on a table Tinubu. Award any case, all case in a federal government. In the regular conviction also. Hasem Nagar appeal. Or another appeal court they release Nnamdi Kanu without federal government signal. Or we quit a condition government will not signal any court or case again on there. Here he had Rogwell for years to convict you. He knows Kahabu Pugishi or to convict you. Kahabu your statue. That statue member appointed. Dissolve all DOS. I second now quite appointed DOS 2016. Oh, our waiting trial 2016. Our waiting trial 2026. A convict. So how does he have the legitimacy to do so? Can do validation of Onyomen appoint. Onyen cast no hungry. Yeah, ucha. Ewepụtara argument ọ ga-awa onye na-support Kanu kanta ikwu okwu hungry ya dịka anya dị oke before na-adọ nwere onwe mad people. A na-agwa gị na Masterplan Kanu buru rice emere ndị agụụ na-agụ rice emere ndị agụụ na-agụ na o nyere ọ dị ebu ya echi na ha emere anyị video si anyị lee ebe a na-edistribute the rice but a na-eme echi na nwere accuse na o riri ego agriculture Okwekwe na-agwa ndị ọ gwara ha mewe Chinasa nwere accuse. Ọ gwa ha na o butela the rice. Akwa ịghọtara. So ga-ebịarute ebe anyị na-ekwu okwu hunger. Ịmabụ na agụụ na-agụ ndị be anyị. We continue. Thank you. We move up and down. When hammer. Only made it on that coin. Hello? Huh? Okay. We have a caller.
Mazi Evangelist Madabishima Shineke. Mazi, I hope I'm coming out loud and clear.
Yes, go ahead, Mazi. Good evening from here.
Ndewo, Mazi Evangelist. Ndewo. First of all, I want to appreciate you for your good work. Your analysis is top notch. Great Biafrans, this is the radical Kija Biafran and Ekenemono. Mazi, man, the thing is that for me, it doesn't pay attention to comment. No one under Nnamdi Kanu choro igro data. We have been a page and I comment. So if you panic Ghana their page, nobody will see any video. So their job is to come there to panther you, to change the narrative. Can we keep pay attention to their comments? So don't pay attention. That is number one. Mazi, we must face the reality. This is the money of agriculture. And I accuse you, Mazi Chinasa Woru na US na hard Diego, Diego agriculture, Diego nka. But is it clear now that Nieni na Nnamdi Kanu use choose Egwatu or criminal work with criminals? Where see abute mere for ndogwe, ndedi hanguru n'iru ọgụ. Ndị nwunye ha nwụrụ n'iru ọgụ, ndị nne ha nwụrụ n'iru ọgụ, right? Ka Nnamdi Kanu buru were ya na atụso egwu atụ. Onye bịara iwetara anyị Biafra, ete m na ọ bụrụ na Biafra bịara 2019, na anyị atụrụ Job n'afụfụ. So ọkwa nka ihe si eme n'ụwa. Mazi, when you sit down and begin to analyze everything that is, coming to the light now, you will understand the kind of mess we are in before. But what I'm saying in essence that our people should throw away sentiment. Our people should embrace truth for once. Not that they give you small money for data, you come to evangelist program, you begin to write garbage. You know what you are doing. You know what Amamandi Bafra Biafra Neziuku. Amam why Haji believe Zena say. A very simple analyze. Come and debate. Onye go na go na edere onye ọzọ na agụ. Ana agụ no onye through life imprisonment. Life jail. On right imezi mmadụ appoint. No. Or right, he double into IPOB in open. No. But in this case, Nnamdi Kanu, what Nnamdi Kanu is doing this very moment, is doing the bid of federal government of Nigeria. We are no more battling with Nigerian government. So people must pay attention that we are not facing Nigerian government directly now. The person we are facing now is the Nigerian government agent who once lead IPOB, who once claimed is the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, who once told us if we are wise enough, if we are smart enough, we should pray for Nigeria to arm him, to take him to the early grave. is the one we are battling now, not the federal government of Nigeria direct. Our people must open their eyes, to see the handwriting on the wall. What is the handwriting? We are fighting to a man that one claim is a leader. And the only way Nnamdi Kanu is doing the bidding of Nigerian government, Nnamdi Kanu want to come out from prison to come and enjoy the wealth, the blood money that he has acquired from indigenous people of Biafra, including the living and the dead who has contributed this very form. Nnamdi Kanu wants to come to live a flamboyant life because Nnamdi Kanu man wanna total like this. No mgbe jidere ego ọha ka o ji maa n'ụwa ya nwa n'ụwa na-atọ ụtọ tụrụ n'inwe ego n'ihi adị na-egbu ụmụ nwa agbaghị na ma ahụ na ha dị ndị be anyị mepee na anya ụnụ ihe abụghị ịkọ ọnụ ihe mkpu Metusela na-etisi nsị a na-azụ Biafra na-ekwu okwu going back to farm going back to farm ka eji enweta Biafra mana na Nnamdi Kanu ya juzere rice ọha rice nne wepụtara ụmụ mgbei ụmụ Biafra kee ma ndị ọgaranya ma ụmụ ogbenye ka Nnamdi Kanu buru anya kpacha anya na rice niile n'anya na ebu Daniel Sokoto kesịa ya ndị Fulani di ha nọ n'ime nga ndị Herdsmen na Boko Haram di ha nọ n'ime nga ụmụnne m mepee na anya ụnụ ka ụnụ maa na agwọ nọ n'akịrịka na agwa ịfụrụ n'ụzọ oyi na-aya eke. Evangelist, I want to appreciate you, my brother, and I pray may the land of Biafra continue to guide you morning and night. Whenever you are in the front, the enemy will be in the back. When you are in the back, the enemy will be in the front. They will never see you to harm you because you have been chosen by the land of Biafra, by our ancestor, for this true gospel of the kingdom of God. And you speak the truth and down the consequences. No,
thank you. Thank you. Do you understand? So people should stop talking what they don't know. When we are hiding some things, ibido maliwelu, akowanu and kowaro yalan, akowaro the thing ala kwe yotrayo doganya. Izuwe ku onwe ezowe. Ihe gọọmenti chọrọ ka amara ndị ga-emecha involve na this ihe ha na-eme. So that mgbe ha ga-ebido ọrụ ka ha mara ebe ha ga-ebido ọrụ. You come merge with autopilot, say government arụrụ ọrụ. You come merge. They have the data of autopilot members. They have it. So ha hapụ ha ka gị na ha mekọ ihe. Ọ gị ka a na-achọ. Ha hapụ ha. Gọọmenti hapụ ndị ọjọọ ha ji data ha ka ha mingle with you. Know that you are the target. All for ha when we go ha already. They run nowhere. Do you understand? Thank you. So ya ka iji na-ekwusi. Enwere argument ị nwere bịa. Bịa gwa anyị legitimacy. Eji mee mada point na 2016 na nke 2026. It's very simple. Ịgwa anyị ndị nọ na ma dissolve DOS 2016 ka ọ na-emere reshuffle. Dissolving is different from reshuffle because ndị man nọ na DOS. Mgbe ewepụrụ ndị man na DOS and the DOS members will do mere argue before rute Nnamdi Kanu. Nke a now no naanị ya nwa na lawyer na sibling. Not just that. With the statue of convict. Ijidere the word akwụkwọ gwa ha na email ndị ọzọ appoint. With the statue of convict and the person email appoint amalie ka mgbe Lugard ikere Nigeria. Hey, we are now one Nigeria. Hey, we now have new DOS. The same thing Lugard email. You, as from today, you are now new DOS. Hey! They say we are now DOS, led by Mogu. Nigeria of 1914. Nobody scrutinized you. Nobody knew about you. The whole protocols of IPOB was not observed. Right? And the ABNA compare because not the same as Nnamdi Kanu. Onyegwagi not the same as Nnamdi Kanu. It is not the same as Nnamdi Kanu. It is two as Nnamdi Kanu. The other one, 2016, was an awaiting trial. This one, 2026, is a convict. The status are not the same. With such a status, it is of no value. So how can leadership move on and say we are better by Nnamdi Kanu after he was convicted? That's when you were appointed with the status of convict. You were in a team. A choseka ndị genuinely existing ka ha hapụrụ gị nwa so that ka anyị lawazie onye lawa. And when he get present, that is government achievement. They have destroyed the statue. You don't tell me no when he government will achieve by jailing you. You are just pretending, try to get away from reality. Government have achieved something. Do you understand? They have achieved something on the statute. The statute cannot remain the same. That is why you call lawyer when you have cases. You don't want to be jailed. That's why you keep having discussion with your... You don't want to be jailed. Everybody is running away from being jailed. So don't tell me that jailing is nothing because it's in Nnamdi Kanu. No. Hence you are jailed. It have affected you. Talk more of convicted on a federal case you have with federal government, not just ordinary federal case. Because this economic sabotage is also federal high court. Vandalization, economic sabotage and vandalization, that is on pipeline, then railway stations, electric wires, main road, express road, anything you do there is economic sabotage and vandalization. Right? This one is that government say you terrorize them, terrorize the country. So it's a case between you and federal government, just like murder case and robbery case in a state. When they read it in court, they'll tell you on murder case, they say, okay, Kafo versus state. But in robbery on others, they will say, okay, Kafo versus commissioner of police. So when they call the state, it means you killed the child of a governor. The state and commissioner of police. You cannot hear the name of the complainant at the moment because the complainant will appear on PW, that is position witnesses. PW1, PW2, PW just, So that's where she or he can appear. But what you hear in court, Okeko Kafo versus the state, or Okeko Kafo versus commissioner of police. Simple. Thank you. Thank you. I ain't mad now. Some say major program can have baby a call in here with another day. Came on a reason. Government is the fight yaka atuanga. Came up no reason. And I'm the candidate now fight. Kayama de free. Can happy to yanga. So with a reason. So, upon a government, Choromins made their own achieve. Unemela pretending as if it is nothing. No, the conviction is something. It affects Nnamdi Kanu, both his write-up, both in everything, both his messages. Right? So that is it. Go to even the organization. When we go, they tell you your leader is convicted. Your leader is convicted. Until his office was now suspended with the office of director of Radio Biafran. This is a decision that Nigeria never expected in their life. But DOS took that decision. Right? So, what am I saying now? Or what are we saying? Okay, Facebook is allowing you one person. I am seeing 129. At times I will see 1/5, 1/4. At times I see 1/4. So that's their business. At times there are ones I will do. They will not show me one person. Why thousands are watching? Thank you. So stop deceiving yourself that DOS was dissolved 2016 is a lie. DOS was reshuffled. There's nothing like dissolving. It was reshuffled. Few was removed and some was lifted. And they are the people who raised the matter. Not Nnamdi Kanu raised the matter from detention. It was DOS members. And then there was deputy. So in code of conduct that Masterplan is using to present today, there is deputy in the code of conduct. So how did he now act when there is no deputy? He acted alone without notifying DOS, no discussion from DOS members. So the whole DOS members are evil. Only Masterplan is sent. But in 2016, there were DOS members that are there. Nenyanya is not there. You don't present her as a DOS member. She's just managing finance for Masterplan. They just put her in DOS. She said she's not loyal to the Directorate of State. So what is she doing in DOS? She said she's not answerable to the Directorate of State, to head of the Directorate of State. So she's just there as an informant. She's serving Nnamdi Kanu. So don't see her as DOS member. Right? Just a financial manager. You know. So that is it. Thank you. So you don't come here, you go see him later. Come with either. I know my lawyer gonna drag him. Maybe I see joy day later, he day with address Sokoto, address prison. Yeah, day with address prison. Ha! Now Obakwa Mario. Obakwa Mario. Obakwa Mario Gagezo. Do you understand? So, I know queer. How I neg, how my hand knuckle. How am I? Ndia ni na match somebody bia or onye convict him in a point, you're gonna challenge the on your waiting try I'm in a point. Must somebody be buying on ask him if Nnamdi Kanu want to go now, he will collect money and go. Come on, Sheba poison. Kekwani shego Nigeria mefuru nyecha prosecutor ego. Ke ishego ha mefuru cover chande madu face. Ega ha ga-enye Nnamdi Kanu ejighị enye ndị mmadụ tụọ ya nga. Onwe ege enye ashishi. Onwe onye ga-promise anything now. Hence ha tụrụ gị nga. That right anwụọla. That privilege anwụọla. Nobody will approach you again. Ọzọ gị nwa ga na-eme ha approach. Ọnọdụ ka onye nọ na cell. I may allow gị pụta na protector. Na ahụ ndị na-agafe na passage. Police gafe, oga come. You kofe. Ogafe. Ogacha ihe ọ na-aga ọ chọọ imenyere gị ya ọgafe. Ọkwa onye ma ọ makwa na ịnọdụ ya ọgafe ya ọkwụchizi. Ah, my friend. Which time you come here? Ọ mụkwa gị the day ị bịara. Which time you come? Wetin bring you here? Ịkọcha ya ọgawara onwe. The day ị bịara gwa gị na ọhụụ gị. Ka ị na-akpọ ya. Hey, officer. As onye police ịma ama. You are wasting your time. You know, I say, okay, I'm going to go again. Ebe police came out to go maka dodge, didn't do so hard to age the chazegi. The chazagi, mobile equity, how got 50,000, equal the halakwe 20. Police came my map, that's it. Ah, Oga, you know me. You're not just saying where you know me. Okay, oh my friend, okay. What happened? You call you coach. What you not talk now? Waiting. He say he claim me 50,000. I don't price 20. Make you help me now. Oh, learn. I say, oh my friend, this is a big task. See what you go happen now. Give them 30,000. Go, just go. Now because of me. Oh, yeah, I could see it. They get better or dodgery. ka onye ọzọ jide gị ka eri ego. Taa ka ndị agboro si eme, ejide moto gị ikwete ha ezigbo ọnụ ya ọpụtasị onye nke maga ma apụta ya ọkwa ọnụ ya adịra gị ego. Ọ na ị na-ekwe 20 okwe 25 or 30 and gị nwa ga-eme ya ọsịsọ, ị ga-asị na ọ ya nwa na ọ maka ya nwa, ị maa na ọnwa achị achị. Right? Wetin trial mgbe Maazị Nnamdi na wetin trial ka gọọmenti nwere ike isi ka anyị nye n'oge ihe a ka okwu a bienu ka onye ọbụla ga-anọrọ. Ọwụ mgbe ha bịazisi oke ị hụrụ onye a na anyị ga-atụzi ya nga ihe ga-eme ya emezi. Ha atụchazie nga gị nwa na-agwa m na Nnamdi Kanu chọọ ịlụ ugbu a ọ nara ego la, ị nwere low brain, ị maghị ihe. Ndị a transferred judges of appeal before filing stop execution. The judges that granted that appeal were all transferred. You make a matter na how they mean. What are new judges to grant their stay of execution? Do you understand? This is a serious matter. Mma ihe uru adult mara ihe ahụ ị na-ekwu, data ị na-ekwu ọwụ just ime ordinary ihe ahụ ị na-ekwu ama m ya. That case ihe ị na-ekwu ama m ya. Ọwụ ka ị na-abịa ịgwa na onye atụrụ nga na gọọmenti ga-abịa kwewe ya nkwa. Achị mgbe akpọchiri Yar'Adua and Obasanjo atụ ha nga, Abacha just detain ha, they were not convicted. Ọkwa ya ka Obasanjo ji mechaa dọọ ọchịchị. I just dump ha na detention. Yar'Adua nọ n'Enugu, mama ebe nke ọzọ Obasanjo nọ. Ebe ka Yar'Adua nọ nye ọda arụọ prison yard, arụọ mosque na the whole prison yard maka ọ bịara hụ mosque ebe ọ ga-ekpe ekpere. Musa Yar'Adua ya ọwụkwu mmadụ Musa nke a na ọwụkwu mmadụ na-arịa ọrịa obi ka nkelu ka nwụrụ anwụ nkelu. Odo Musa anwụgokwa since. Are you understanding? So, and that is where we'll be bringing this very program to an end. Thank you. Thank you. So, even ebe ha na-amachagharị, people are na-achọ ka ịma na DOS a ga-ekwe anyhow negotiation. A na-achọ ka akwapụ ha ka akpọta ndị rọba stamp. Ndị ọ ga-awa ọsịgodu. Let us abolish Radio Biafra. We can form another one. It doesn't matter. The condition is abolish Radio Biafra. So what are we doing with Radio Biafra? We have achieved what we want to achieve with it. So to be talking to our people, we can open Biafra Radio. We can open Radio Biafra Homeland. So let us abolish the yes, it's only in do order. But they man call it DOS hajo. And they man who has in the account condition for your freedom. Okay? I get me and make way tomorrow. Because any condition in your freedom, you get make a matter. Upon email as an okay, papa DOS, TND rubber stamp. Man no ga work, maka I not here. Here Nina Negro up 2027. Now do it to make I free you. Do here new Negri make we here before. Or more I couldn't marry these guys. I not quite these guys anymore. No more now go move. I won't have mama can make me hear religion. I don't make him man me hear religion. You know what, mama? We continue. Our mama language I can't be a lacha mad here. Onye who says you call you or like mama. Amama is a prophecy, prophet. In a book amama ka ọrụ ugbo gị onwe ka onwe. Ozugbo set penalty ka Ronaldo gba Ronaldinho gba ada si Ronaldo gba ọ Ronaldinho ọ Messi gba penalty ozugbo set penalty ka ọ gbasa prophesy Messi will score bụ dị amụma before tournament bụ ndị ha na ha ga-aja amụ after preliminary ikwu otu ha ga-eche na ego na second round ikwuo ya ọkweghọtara ikwucha ya ikwuo ndị ha na ha ga-aja amụ na semi na Messi ga-eji penalty nye goal ya ọwụm agbatuo mmadụ enwe penalty acha igwe esi prophesy God no Messi prophesy Messi will score ịma bụ na ọ ga-enye goal nwe ihe ọzọ na-arụ since a mụrụ ya ọ bọọlụ ka ọ na-arụ nwe ihe ọzọ na-arụ since a mụrụ ya o pere mpe ọ bọọlụ ka ọ na-arụ ya de penalty bịa bụ amụma ị na-agba ara agwa gị na ihe ahụ amụma thank you thank you aka ga-amalikwa elu tomorrow gwa anyị appointed you from Kuje awaiting trial mere mmadụ appoint ị na-compare ya with appointment of convict as if na ha nwere the same legitimacy ground. It doesn't happen, and that is where we are bringing it to an end. From me, from here, it is good evening.